Comics and powered by the Red 5 Network. For more, visit red5.bio.link. Happy Monday. Hey, so you guys catch that Saturday? I set up a stream. For some reason, I woke up Saturday morning thinking it was Friday, and I totally got up and went through my whole routine. I'd made a thumbnail, set up the stream, was sitting here with my coffee, doing my makeup, and God bless Loki Jarson, tweeted me on the Twitter box. It was like, did you mean to do this? I was like, oh my God. I thought today was Friday. You guys almost got 6 streams last week. So everyone point at Loki and say, thanks a lot. We could have been sitting there watching her an extra day. But good morning, everyone. Hope you had a good morning. Did you follow any of the SDCC, the San Diego Comic-Con information? I did. I have a lot of stuff saved to talk to you guys. We are most definitely not going to get through all of it today. But that's good. That gives us more stuff to talk about Tuesday, probably Wednesday and Thursday, because there is so much stuff. So much stuff came out. Like, so much. But do me a solid. Oh, my hair is like caught in my necklace. That hurts. Oops. Do me a solid. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and ring the notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm back with even more of this nerdy nonsense. And while you guys are doing that, I'm going to pull up my electronic press kit because I forgot to do that. Yeah. And see if there's anything new. I'm not really seeing anything. We've got the we've got the Avatar trailer for those who haven't seen it. If you guys want to watch that, let me know. Yeah, we've got it. So if anyone wants to watch it, let me know in the chat. We will check that out. Downloading it now as we speak. That's nice. But I do not have on me, like I didn't get the new Peacemaker trailer in my press kit, but we can always look it up. It's all good. It's all good. But let's yell good morning to the chat. Everyone knows it is my favorite way to start the day. Oh, and before we do that, I just want to let you guys know we are over 6,050 subscribers as of this moment. Is that not insane? What's wrong with you people? Why do you want to watch this train wreck? I don't know, but thank you. But I mean, we just hit 5,000 a couple weeks ago. This is blowing my mind. So we're over 6,050 subscribers right now, and we are just over 200 watch hours to hit that magic 3,000 number so we can at least get monetized for super chats. So keep watching, guys. Keep watching. Remember, once we hit 3,000, if we can do it soon, and I mean soon, if we can hit that 3,000 soon, big giveaway. Big giveaway. A lucky subscriber is going to win their own custom designed comics and hoodie. So keep those playlists going. Keep watching. Just over 200 watch hours. Can you freaking believe it? Finally! After 5 years and over 6,000 subscribers. It is blowing my mind. Absolutely blowing my mind. I'm super grateful. Hashtag blessed. Hashtag blessed. Good morning, Nerdling Deranged Lunatic. Good morning, Nerdling First Class Contributing Producer Keto. Good morning, Objective from Krypton. Good morning, Patricia Barrett. And special thanks. She's one of the contributors to the new computer that is being built as we speak. I'm so excited. So excited. Good morning, Loki. You should remember that always because you're a pain in my neck, but I love you. Thanks for pointing that out to me. So, anywho, love that music. Let's just chicken boost for breakfast. If you guys knew the song, really, I will never share that song. It's so bad. It's so bad, but it's an inside joke, so. Mm-hmm. It's a total inside joke. All right, guys. Pitter patter. Let's get at her. Let's see what we got. Again, if you guys want to watch the Avatar Fire and Ash trailer and react to it, let me know. I can pull it up very easily. And we will keep our eye out for the Peacemaker trailer. I might have that bookmarked, actually. Oh my God, I have to tell you guys something absolutely hilarious. That reminded me of something. If you don't mind, I think it's absolutely hilarious. So when I went to see the Fantastic Four Thursday, I go very early. I go at like the very first showing, and nobody in our tiny little town does that. Okay. Good morning, science fictionary. So I usually go when nobody else in St. Francis County goes to see a movie. So it's like 2:00 in the afternoon, and there's maybe, and this is being generous, maybe 10 people in the theater. And I'm telling you, these are the old school nerds. All right. They look like old school comic book nerds. And the guy behind me, I showed you guys, got the Galactus helmet. And we're talking about how Shalabal did become the Silver Surfer in a what if thing, a comic. And I had said, you hate to be that guy, like, well, actually, and the guy that was sitting in front of me turns around to comment on, the discussion we're having. And he says, you know what? You're absolutely right. That's just, read a comic book or something, nerds. Like, come on. Like, he wasn't actually a nerd. He actually talked like this. And it was so funny that I actually sat there and was like, I hate to be that guy that said, well, actually, and there was someone, a nerd, a comic book nerd with the glasses, the horned rimmed glasses and the sweaty face and the everything. He was the entire stereotypical nerd that we used to refer to as nerd back in the day. And he did talk like this. And I felt also, I was the only woman. So funny. Anyway, I thought it was funny. Good morning, Patty and grandkids. How are you, kiddos? So anyway, I thought it was funny. Anyway, let's start. So we got our first look here at Darth Maul from SDCC in the upcoming animated Darth Maul series. What do you think? Not bad, eh? So it says that Star Wars has unveiled the first look at Darth Maul from the upcoming animated TV show Maul, Shadow Lord. Even George Lucas knew he made a mistake by killing Darth Maul, and the Sith apprentice was resurrected in Clone Wars. Maul's story is set to continue an animated spin-off next year, Maul Shadow Lord. Darth Sidious's former apprentice is shown with a signature double-bladed saber, and it's interesting to note that his new outfit eschews the traditional hooded look of the Sith. The background is fascinating, with blood red colors, perhaps signifying a connection to Crimson Dawn, a crime cartel he established during this period. Maul Shadow Lord is the first for Star Wars, a TV show that actually stars a villain rather than a hero, but Maul will be more of a protagonist than is usually the case. He's attempting to survive in the shadow of a far greater evils. This is post-Order 66, at a time when Palpatine and Vader rule. So a Star Wars movie revealed that Maul reestablished his role as a crime boss during the dark times of the Empire's reign. But Maul had a simple goal. He wanted to overthrow the Sith. Just simple. Simple. Overthrow the Sith. I don't want anything big. I'm not asking for much. Just to overthrow the greatest evil the galaxy has ever seen. And get revenge on Darth Sidious. The criminal empire known as Crimson Dawn was intended to be his tool to do so. Voiced by Sam Witwer. Woo! Maul has become one of the most important villains of the franchise. He's enemy to both for the heroes and the villains, a third force who complicated the galactic conflict and whose survival actually wrong-footed Palpatine himself. There have always been large gaps in Maul's timeline, made all the more curious because of Solo's brief glimpse of the one-time Sith. Maul Shadow Lord will presumably work to clear up some of these, helping viewers to understand how he became a key player during the Dark Times too. They've given indication that Maul Shadow Lord will release. Star Wars is in a quiet period right now, but 2026 promises to be an exciting year with The Mandalorian and Grogu, Ahsoka Season 2, and Maul Shadow Lord. Buenos dias, Fernando! Deranged Lunatic, do we really need a Darth Maul series? You know what? I'm going to say yeah. I'm going to hazard that. I'm just going to say sure. It stands to do something that the Acolyte was unable to do. First and foremost, produce entertaining quality content. Star Wars has been fairly successful. I'm not pretty confident in stating that Star Wars has been fairly successful with their animated series. So this, I agree, it should have happened a long time ago, Fernando. I think so as well. But it stands to do something that the Acolyte was unable to provide. First of all, quality content, entertainment. And two, a look into the Sith, which we've never really had. Now, I still think that should happen in live action. Again, I've said this for Marvel, and it rings true for every franchise. You can't just do the same thing over and over and over and over and over again and expect new results. I mean, that's the definition of insanity. However, I do believe you need to do something different. That's how Marvel survived early on with the Guardians of the Galaxy. They went, cosmic with it instead of staying on the Avengers levels. They introduced Guardians of the Galaxy, and that kept them going through that second phase. But they kind of forgot that. They went back to doing the same things over and over again. Marvel should really take a nod from that. That's something that worked in the past with Star Trek. They had Next Generation, and then they did Voyager, which sent them to a completely different section of the galaxy, a quadrant that would take 70 years to get to, but they get over there, so they meet all kinds of new things, new creatures, have new issues. Their goal was to just get home. And then they continued with Star Trek Deep Space Nine, something they'd never done before. It was on a space station. It was stationary. And that went very well for them. Very well for them. You can't do the same actions. You can't repeat the same thing and expect people to be, ooh, oh my God, this is so exciting. Because we've seen it like a billion times. In order for Star Wars to revive as well and keep going forward successfully, they need to do something different. They need to introduce something different. And I really thought they were going to do that with Acolyte. I thought they were going to do like a lot of High Republic stuff and really get into the mythology of the Force, the mysticism, the mythology, something they've absolutely never done before. And they didn't do that at all, to say the very least, of the Acolyte. So the Maul series could be a very excellent boon for them, but they really need to do something in live action similar to this. They need to do like, I mean, and I'm being completely serious, they need to do like some High Republic shit, like, but really get into it again about the mysticism, the religion, the magic of the Force. Get into that. Get into the roots of the Jedi. Tell that story. You know, the story of the Mandalorians and the Jedi fighting over Coruscant. You could even do the beginnings, the history of the Mandalorians, where they started with the Tong. I would watch the hell out of that series. I thought that's what the Mandalorian was going to be. I thought it was going to really get into the history of the Mandalorians, and that would have been absolutely amazing. Star Wars has never done anything like that. And I don't think I'm alone in that. I don't. So that's the key. Stuff like this is the key for this to get further, to really recapture that feeling and our attention again. Good morning, Ansuho. Thank you very much. I appreciate being told I am right. I appreciate that. Fernando, it's time to recast Luke, Han, and Leia and make live action adventures between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens. That I'm totally on board with that. I'm totally on board with that. But again, I digress. We need to go and explore different, and I do mean completely different avenues of Star Wars, like the mysticism of the Jedi, the history of the Mandalorians, the Mandalorian Jedi Wars, all of it. All of it. Any of those would be excellent choices. Send my check, Disney. I'm sorry. I have a puppy issue. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. It's like my family forgets what time of day it is. Anyway, so there's that. There's your information on Maul. If you guys have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts about Maul Shadow Lord, leave it in the chat below. We are moving on. Like I said, there is a lot I have saved here. So we've already seen that. Oh, haha, the FCC has voted to approve the merger between Skydance and Paramount. Could be good or bad news for South Park, but if you wanted to know, there it is. Fernando, I wanted a movie about the Old Republic live action. That could be really good. Again, it's an entire era of Star Wars, the genre, that we have never explored. Absolutely never. Oh my goodness. Puppies, man. Good morning, Nerdling First Class Backyard TARDIS. And special contributor. Thank you very much, sir. Computer's being built as we speak. So there's that. Oh, I saved this because I just thought it was so cool. Look at this Galactus cosplay at SDCC.
I arrowed.
That is just too freaking cool. I would go to Walmart like that. I would go to Walmart like that. I'd go to the DMV. Yeah. I might garden in it, as long as it's got an air conditioner in it. It's almost 100 degrees and 90% humidity at 10 a.m. here. It's ridiculous. It's killed off so many of my crops. I'm not kidding. My tomatoes are not doing well. My cabbage is destroyed. But I'm telling you, my citrus plants are loving it. Good morning, Maria! Good morning! So, let's see. The Buffy the Vampire Slayer reboot or revival, whatever you want to call it, has added new cast members to their lineup. We've got, oh God, it's going to be difficult names. Fali Rakata Havana. Or is it Fali Rakata Havana? Ava Jean, Sarah Bach, Daniel D. Tommaso, and Frasier star Jack Cutmore Scott have been cast as series regulars opposite Ryan Kira Armstrong and Sarah Michelle Gellar in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Good morning, Dingus Dead. What's up, Spencer? No, not bunnies, the sun. I am in what the weather channels are calling right now the Ring of Fire. The Ring of Fire. It's stupid hot, and I mean unbelievably hot. Like, I have ferns growing under my boobs because it's so hot. But that's where this bad boy comes in. This was me this morning getting ready for the stream. Like, if you sit completely still, it's not so bad inside. Like, if you sit completely still, but if you like turn, you break out into a sweat. So it's ridiculously hot, and it's really decimating my little farm. So it needs to just knock it the F off, because I don't want to have to put ice cubes on the soil. But anyway, so Miss Wong from Severance is now in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So I got a lot of caution about this series. Buffy is something very special to me. And I don't like people breaking my toys. You want to hear something fun? I knew about that months ago. Someone told me about it. And I can't spill who did. I can't. Science fiction, it's been rough on my tomatoes for sure. Storms flattened all my sunflowers. Oh man, that super sucks. See, we've had such a hard time. We had that cold snap when we first planted everything, and now this. It's ridiculous. On SOOOOO, honestly, dude, I'd want a Clone Wars movie with similar elements as World War II movies. I know we've had so much about Clone Wars. I want to see the clone troopers against each other in a more serious and gory film. I know, but like you said, it's been done so many times. So we got to think about the general audience and what they want to see and what they're tired of. We got to bring the general audience back in. The general audience is completely unaware of the deeper mysticism of the Jedi and the Sith. They're unaware of the Old Republic and the High Republic era. So they're completely unaware of the history of the Mandalorians and the Mandalorian Jedi Wars. So we need to bring them in with something new, something flashy. And the Jedi Mandalorian war over Coruscant was effing brutal. It was brutal. And that could be gory as hell. Yeah, I almost missed the cold snap from May. Almost. But my citrus trees are just now recovering. They're loving this weather, especially my avocado trees. So anyway, if you have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts about the cast lineup for Buffy the Vampire Slayer, leave it in the chat below. I'm going to try and scroll through here. I want to get it. I know there's AZTEC Batman, but I have zero interest in it. Zero. I just am completely over the Batman gimmicks. There's been so many, and I just get so tired of it. Like, I don't care about the gimmicky Batman stuff at all. We've seen Batman done literally every single way possible. And look, DC is amazing at their animation. One of my favorite movies of all time is Under the Red Hood. It's just incredible. Incredible. Love it, love it, love it. Exactly. We've had too much of him. Like, the general audience is completely unaware of how many superheroes that DC actually has, because we're just focusing on Batman all the time. I love Batman. He is the sexiest superhero. Women like a project, okay? I'm a Mexican too. And again, the Aztecs were not they were not that pleasant. I mean, they were brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Our ancestors, very brilliant. And you know, just not, they weren't people. So other than that, I'm just not interested in another Batman gimmick thing. Let's do Martian Manhunter. I like what Maria says. Martian Manhunter. I want my Wonder Woman Paradise Lost. I want my Booster Gold. Come on. The Dingus Den, Under the Red Hood is great, but also leaves out a lot of story points. The comic was 13 issues, and it's gold. So, again, I really don't give a shit about Aztec Batman, and I don't think many people will, because it's just a gimmick. It's just a gimmick. All right, moving on. Let's get on to Peace Fest. I've been wanting to talk about this, and hopefully I've got some Peacemaker stuff in here, like a trailer or whatever. The Peace Fest was a special Peacemaker fan event at SDCC. Let's check it out. I'm going to pause it right here. And boom. And woo!
Here we go!
Oh. Do the dance! It's pretty cool. You got Wigwam actually playing Do You Want to Taste It? Which, of course, was the intro song that the entire cast, and I do mean the entire cast, danced to for season 1. If you check out my Peacemaker breakdown, you can see me kind of trying to do the dance with the cast. And it's so cringy and terrible. You could use it as blackmail for later. So you're welcome. I've given that to you. I know I've got more Peacemaker stuff. I just got to find it. Like I said, so much stuff. Here we go. There's John Cena. Let's start over. Yeah, the DC panel, the Peacemaker panel. Man, I hope everyone loves something as much as John Cena loves being Peacemaker.
Can we say that?
That's just, he just loves it. Good for him. All right, let's see. Oh, we're getting a Peacemaker skin in Fortnite. I haven't played Fortnite in forever, but I did find it absolutely hilarious that they didn't notice the whole Fantastic Four skins. Are you a worse dancer like Elaine from Seinfeld? I think when I was younger, I was decent. Now I just don't give a shit. Here we go. This is okay, so James Gunn takes the stage at Peace Fest and announces the new intro song for season 2. And away we go. Let's hear what it is. Uh-oh.
It is a song from my favorite band in the world that is objectively the greatest rock and roll band in the world.
I mean,
Foxy Shazam. Here they are. They're going to perform it for you guys. Oh, Lord. Come on, guys.
So this is the new song for the season 2 intro.
Right now.
Foxy Shazam. Oh, Lord. And this is it. This guy has such a high-pitched voice. So I just hope it lives up to how awesome the season 1 intro was, because I've never skipped that intro. James Gunn said he set out to abolish the skip intro button, and he succeeded. In the trailer for season 2, we do see Rick Flag's funeral. On SOOOOO, great stream, man. Your takes were genius. Gotta leave the stream now, though. It's 1 a.m. Oh my gosh. One thing's for sure, you just earned a new subscriber. Dude, welcome. You are now a nerdling. I dub you a member of the nerdling army. Welcome. Thanks for hanging out. I hope we catch you again. We're here 5 days a week, and there are pre-recorded drops, so check those out too. Welcome, sir. Welcome. Thank you for the compliment. We got a trailer for the new It prequel we're going to check out, but I want to find the Peacemaker trailer first. There is so much. And check out the standing ovation that James Gunn got. Check it out. Nice, huh? The people, they like him. They like him. Deranged Lunatic, do you mean James Gunn doesn't like Ozark Mountain Daredevils? What? Science fiction, the only Hi. So, uh, uh, I don't know what's going on, but internet's down, and there's not reach anything. I'm really sorry, guys. This is caused a huge problem, and my actual microphones, I don't know where they're at. Like microphones for this phone. We're gonna waddle over. So fun. This is the best. Having a great day. Remind me to thank Spectrum for this. This is amazing. This is just super awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna thank them real proper in a minute. Maybe we should try to reset the router. I would ask one of my kids to sleep. My daughter can't wrangle a puppy. Because it says so on my phone too. Is so fun. So fun. We're gonna try to keep this is just ridiculous. So all right. I don't even remember. Here we go. I was trying to get to still, but I want to thank Real Anarchy out there for doing the work. And when James Gunn, posted the mural from the Hall of Justice, Real Anarchy actually went through and named all the Peacemaker podcast, which I couldn't find it. And of course, the internet's not working, and my cell data isn't working very well for some reason. So I'd be able to show you guys that. Okay. The new official Peacemaker podcast with me, Jennifer Holland, and Steve Agee is up now. Today, we rewatch episode 2 and discuss everything having to do with making the episode and so much more with special guest Robert Patrick. Okay, so when did episode 1 drop? Because it was supposed to drop on the 24th, and we never saw anything. Like, I could. Problems is bad before. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. But yeah, big middle finger to Spectrum. There's absolutely no reason for the internet to be down right now. Storming, nothing like that. I've definitely paid my bill. So whatever their BS reason is for this outage or whatever, they're about to get a nice little phone call. So you guys have a good one. I will see you tomorrow morning when we will the internet to work, and be good. Keep your eyes peeled, okay? Because
Disney and Kathleen Kennedy are gonna get you.